left-wing Kingz. Listen, think, act, repeat.
On March 26, 2024, heavily armed teams of Homeland Security, federal agents in armored vehicles and tactical gear raided P. Diddy's homes in LA and Miami. So, Ace, what's the significance of Homeland Security agents doing this raid?
I love you asked me that question. When I sat and thought about it, when I first heard it, I was like, Homeland Security? I mean, them the dudes go after terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Like they do internet. They Homeland. They trying to protect all America.
Yeah.
So what the hell your nastiness got to do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't that an FBI job? You just nasty. FBI come swoop you up, maybe, or maybe even the local police. But nigga, Homeland Security?
Yeah.
Like, I guess if we had award ceremonies for crooks, like nigga, like you up there, like you got Homeland Security on you, like I don't know nobody that did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But getting back to the fact, that means what he's doing is some kind of threat to the country, to where it may be a foreign entity or something involved that's going to threaten our security here as Homeland, which probably comes into the sex trafficking charges.
Right.
Correct.
Which means probably he was sex trafficking people overseas or whatnot. No matter. We don't know what he probably brought into the country is probably what they're saying. And that's why they got involved. Homeland Security, believe it or not, it was set up, around when the towers came down. That's when it came down. But the number one thing Homeland Security did, because when the towers went down, the agencies didn't talk to each other. So Homeland Security's primary job is to make sure that all the federal agencies are on one page. So it may be the simple fact that what he does goes across the board of a lot of places. Like it goes to TABC, the people that the firearms people.
ATF.
I mean ATF. That's what I meant. I said TABC. That's alcohol. ATF. It goes across FBI. You know what I'm saying? So Homeland Security might be there to orchestrate that. And plus, like I said, he may have some international ties. He may have some DEA charges. So they were always set up to where, all right, when you are crossing more than one thing, we need to all be on the same page to do that. So that's the significance of them being there. And they hit them at once, both places. So I was telling people when the charges came down this week, I said, you got to understand something. A lot of people don't understand. You used to Law and Order, where they charge, the next thing you know, well, they cutting that show short. It don't usually work like that. They, once they get the information, the government's going to sit there and they're going to pile all the information you got. And when they got everything they need, then they're going to get a grand jury indictment, which means they looked at it and said, all right, we got charges on them. And then next thing you know, you're there. But they already got all the evidence and all that stuff. So, and then when they do it like 6 months, 8 months, like we saw you here 6 months ago, and now 6 months, now they putting charges against you. Yeah, man, they got a tight lock case on you. I mean, they got a lot of stuff on you. So definitely.
Yes. That, like you said, if it's a serious allegation, if you're the Department of Homeland and Security investigating you. So it says they investigate the involvement of the federal offense has to be dealing with, like you said, human trafficking, money laundering, or terrorism. So it's one of those three, or maybe a combination of so. So when they came out there after him, so I was like, wow. So the potential involvement obviously is the human trafficking. I think that's what they're focusing on. To me, that is still terrorism against women. Okay? If you're sitting here taking these young children or even young women or even grown women at that moment in time and selling them and
human traffic too.
And human right, that is true. I said, to me, that is terroristic. So that's why I believe that DHS is involved. And like you said, in order for you to get that department to be like, ooh, we need to check you out, there's some serious things going on. So they've already been watching him for a minute. Yeah. And it just now all came out. You know what I mean? Like, this is not like overnight, oh, we have some type of allegations going on. They've been looking at him.
Yeah, they may have some evidence to where somebody was grabbed from somewhere overseas.
Internationally, right.
And brought over here against their power, man. And that's crazy. Or vice versa. Somebody here was taken somewhere. Yep. And they were underage or whatever. Like it gets serious.
Yeah.
And they also do weapons or drug trafficking too. But it has to be large amounts. It's not like, or people selling dime bags of weed or anything, but heavy trafficking.
That's why they ran in there, and they ran in there in full tactical gear.
Yes.
Because this cat's sitting in there with AKs, so they didn't know what the hell they was going to run into.
Right.
Yeah.
Because people was like, why they rolling up in here with the They got the
They've been watching.
Armored vehicles.
armored
and all kind of
vehicles,
shit.
and
yeah.
and they were running out in SEAL Team 6 formations and shit.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
Yep.
serious, man.
Well, you know, the whole thing was caught on video. I mean, we watched the whole raid, and then we saw another video.
Uh-oh.
And this video was a nail in this motherfucker's coffin right here.